It's my magic wand. Hi and welcome to Getting Into Raw Cooking with Zane. We are back and I'm going to make you something that I think is absolutely amazing, exotic, delicious and even nutritious. We're going to start by making a spicy laksa. And I absolutely love laksa. There's a few ingredients in here that people always say to me, how can you possibly have raw? We're going to make noodles raw, and we're going to make Thai curry paste, a red Thai curry paste, nice and spicy without using a bottle or a can. Are you ready? I am. To begin with, we're going to use a shallot, one shallot, and I already have mine chopped and stored in my Tupperware container. We're going to roughly chop as we pop. Just pop it in the blender. Third ingredient, 1 to 2 chilies. Now it's up to you how much chili that you use or what sort of chilies you use. Red ones are hotter, orange or green are a little less hot, and you can add more if you need. So we're going to start with one whole red chili, and if we need later we'll add a little bit more of the red. Chop the end off. The seeds make it extra hot, so if you're not really sure, take the seeds out always. Red chilies are an excellent source of vitamin C. Remember, don't touch your eyes afterwards. We have garlic to pop in the blender next. Again, this is to taste, so 2 to 4 cloves. I like a nice strong garlicky flavour, but we'll start out with 2 and see how we go. Take them from the bowl, chop the end off the garlic, and then crush with a knife. They should easily come out of the skin. Taste. All of the ingredients in this curry can be adjusted, but I'm giving you guidelines to work with. Take a piece of ginger off, chop any of the darker pieces, but with a blender like this, you can put the whole thing in, skin and all. In the original recipe that I looked at to make this red Thai curry paste, it used a tomato puree, but with a blender like this, again, you don't need to use a puree, just throw in the whole half a tomato. From here, all the spices go in. 1 teaspoon of cumin, 3/4 of a teaspoon of coriander, 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper, 2 teaspoons of tamari. Again, you can add more tamari to taste. So if you need a little bit of an extra salty flavour, add more tamari. Tamari is not actually raw, so you can use namashoyo or Bragg's aminos if you'd like 100% raw recipe. But I particularly like the flavour of tamari, so I choose this one here. So we add about 1/2 teaspoon of Himalayan rock salt. Himalayan rock salt has 84 minerals, which are great for your body. Sweetness to taste, we add 2 dates. We might add a little bit more afterwards, so we'll start with 2. We could use up to 4 in this recipe. 1 to 2 teaspoons of chili flakes, I like it hot. 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, approximately 3 tablespoons of coconut milk. You just need the coconut milk to get the blades going, so you may need to add more of this once you start the blender. And last but not least, a lemon. The juice of a lemon is about 2 tablespoons, so we're going to squeeze that straight in. All of the ingredients are in the blender. Our Optimum 9900 is going to make short work of them. First thing we need to do is securely attach the lid. We don't want to get this everywhere. Remembering, if you need, add a little bit more coconut milk. Once it's smooth, flick the blender all the way down to low and then turn it off, and use a spoon to have a little taste. You want to quickly taste the curry paste and see if it's to your liking. Definitely enough chili in there, and maybe another squeeze of lime and a dribble of tamari. Once you've made any other adjustments that you feel are necessary, put the lid on again and blend again just till it's combined. That's perfect. Yum. There we have it, a very tasty red Thai curry paste that you can use in Asian dishes, but as I said today, we're making a spicy laksa soup. From here, we're going to start the laksa soup. So, with the blender, everything can be done in here. Take the lid off. You'll need the tamper for this one, and you'll need to add that coconut milk. You can have 1 cup of coconut milk for each person, or you can just follow this recipe, which serves about 4 people. So 4 cups of coconut milk. We need 1.5 cups of coconut flesh. So this is a young coconut that's just been opened, and we're going to take a spoon and use it to scrape the inside of the coconut flesh out. Then we use a screw. We need 1.5. We need 1.5. Stop laughing. Alright, once you've scraped all the coconut flesh out of the coconut, just pour it into a bowl so you can measure it out. As I said, 1.5, 1 to 2 cups is plenty. It's up to you. Because of the gelatinous nature of the coconut flesh, it'll make your laksa soup thick and creamy. And remember, because we're using the Optimum 9900, we can actually warm the soup slightly. It's going to be delicious. Coconut flesh is full of fibre, it's great. Helps with your elimination and your digestion. Let's just put the lot in, shall we? As with all of the blender recipes, it's good to put the liquidy items in first, so you can see we're putting all the softer, more liquid things in. Next, I'm going to put the juice of 2 limes. It's up to you. The limes that I'm using are quite big, so I'll put 1, 1.5 in first, and then we'll taste at the end. You can see right now that I'm rolling the lime, and the reason why that I'm doing that is it means it'll be easier to get the juice out, and it won't go everywhere, so I won't need to use a juicer. I cut see the 2 ends? Cut across the middle so you can see that nice round shape, and that'll make it easy just to juice straight into the blender. After you finish with the lime, we add the curry paste. Now it's up to you how much curry paste you add. It will really depend on the flavour that you're looking for. We're going to start with 4 very good scoops right now, but knowing me, we'll add more. A tablespoon of tamari goes in next, rock salt, cracked pepper to taste, and some kaffir lime leaves. That's it. All we need to do is blend our soup. We blend to finish off, but I'm not going to do it right away because I want to serve it warm. I'm going to let it sit while I prepare the last parts of ingredients for the rest of the recipe. Any vegetables you choose make this a meal. I have given you a list of examples, but I've just chosen my favourites. So a few snow peas to get us started. Oh, let's throw some broccoli in as well, shall we? A few shallots. We'll use up that leftover half a tomato from earlier so it doesn't sit in the fridge and go to waste. And all you do is chop everything julienne style. A cool trick for having uniform sized pieces is to chop the edges off your carrot to make a nice square shape. So you can see I've done that here. Now all the nutrients are just underneath the skin, so you don't want to waste that. You keep those bits and throw them in your juice or blended juices. I'll pop those aside for now. And then you can simply make thin slices and then dices. We're going to use a julienne peeler to get some pieces straight off the top of a bit of pumpkin. Some red cabbage. That should be plenty. Red capsicum. This is one of my favourite tools. You can make the most amazing pastas and spirals with it. It's called a spiralizer, and there are 3 different types of general spiralizers on the market, but I love this one because it's handy. I can pack it in my suitcase when I go. It's easy as pie. And the kids will love it as well. We're going to use one of the blades to give you a nice effect. So you stick the end onto the nice little prongs, squeeze it into the other piece. Alright, zucchini on hand. Be careful with your knives. Chop the end off the zucchini and throw them in your compost bin. Mine's just down here. And then chop the zucchini to fit inside the end of the spiralizer. You need to place the zucchini onto the prongs, the spiralizer together, and screw. As I said, one of my absolutely favourite tools. You can use zucchini, you can use parsnip, use purple carrot, you can use carrot. Put your sweet potato in or your pumpkin. Just chop it to fit in the tube nicely, and out the other side comes beautiful, thin, tasty pasta. So we have our zucchini pasta. We're going to quickly finish off the rest of the recipe. We're going back to our blender now and we'll blend our soup until it's nice and warm. Turn it down. Nice, tasty soup. Pour a little bit of our soup. Over the top of the pasta noodle. Then we dress it. Our julienne ingredients. And there you have it. Delicious, tasty, spicy laksa. For more delicious, tasty recipes just like this one, you can subscribe just over here. Do, 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 do.